Welcome to another week of the Frantic Nerd Cast. We are back with episode 105, and God, it's good to be back. We had our last two episodes. One of them came through in a little bit of while we were away playing some golf, but isn't it marvelous to be back again?
It's so marvelous.
We're back, and hopefully all three of our backs are recovering nicely. Physio worked a treat for me.
Well, let's just jump straight into the part that everyone is obviously waiting for, and that is the golf trip recap.
Well, that's a T.
I know, yeah.
I was like the golf rip recap.
Yeah, rest in peace recap. Yeah. We all died.
Well, one of us did for a period of time one morning.
So basically, my back decided to give out on me after game 3.
Hey, at least your back gave out then. My back gave out on me while I was packing.
Oh, fun. So my back decided to cark it on me after game 3. So in the last night, I pretty much was lying on the ground for half of it, fell asleep on the ground. And then
you checked out on that.
The next morning, I woke up and I could barely fucking walk. So I had to miss the last game, unfortunately.
I had a back spasm the morning of the first day when I was just packing the last few things, proceeded to sit in the car for 2.5 hours, not doing anything to the back, and the first few swings on the golf course were very painful, very funny for everyone else involved, but I soldiered through and by the end of it, did okay.
Very nice, very nice.
I played some great golf. Back was fine, walking around and whatnot was great. It was the fucking hangover on day 2 that killed me.
It's a golf trip that's not for the faint-hearted. Many have come with bravado and many have fallen.
I knew I was going to go pretty hard on night number 1 or day 1 into night 1 with a few beverages, but I had my fingers crossed that I'd wake up in the morning, have a bit of a water and be good to go. I had a water and I'm teetering. This could go one of two ways. I think I got through 11 or 12. Yeah, 11 or 12 holes. They were very fucking bad golf.
That's of the first round.
Of the first round on day 2. Bye, boys. Going for a nap. But glad I did.
Props to him, though. He did pick himself back up and he came out for round 3. We went and played at Foster, which is a nice little easy course. And this was his punishment course. For those of you who don't know, Brock unfortunately had to pull out of the longest day last year due to family commitments. Still donated the money, all that kind of stuff, but we decided he needed a little bit of a punishment. So the whole weekend he walked, and then for the punishment rounds, he pretty much every round we nominated something for him to do.
It started off with a mango jalapeno tequila shot. There was a Jägermeister shot mixed in throughout there. There was some physical ones, like every shot he had to spin around 3 times and then swing. Walking backwards was quite fun.
The more, like, because you do the 3 spins and then you hit and you're like, okay, not too bad. You do the second one, like, I felt that a bit more than the first one. And then by the time I was putting, I nearly fell over.
And the best one was he had the Jaeger shot, and then I think it was the next hole or the hole after, we made him, it was a par 3, so very small little hole. We made him skip vigorously the entire thing. So we have some of the footage of this, and now that we've talked about it, we will upload some of it to the social.
So I reckon, like, so when we got home, I was exhausted, like legs were sore, arms were sore and all that sort of stuff. I genuinely think that everything that was sore was from that fucking round of golf when I was doing things other than golf. my legs were cooked.
The skipping was absolutely hilarious.
The skipping was great.
And I think that's one of the ones that did you the worst.
Oh, 100%.
After especially just mixing that Jaeger around. And then the next hole after that, we made you walk, which was a par 5, so it was a long one. Made him walk the entire thing backwards.
Felt like I was walking
Even
for a long
if he
time.
Walking from his bag to the ball to hit it, he had to walk backwards.
Yeah, so we needed to think this through and actually do it properly and have like a consequence if he failed a challenge like that. So that therefore he addressed one of the balls and we're like, hang on, you've just walked forwards towards that ball. That should be a fail right there. And so there are things we could have done better if we do something like this again in the future. But yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun on our part because we were watching this as you weren't on our team. But it didn't matter because you just won that team round anyway because Dave's putting was just on fire. So.
What I loved is hole number 1, like, righto, here you go, challenge number 1, you've got your jalapeno shot and whatnot. So I'm like, yeah, righto, let's get into this. Fucking have the jalapeno shot. One of my best shots of the day. Absolutely smoked it straight and be like, thanks, boys. I might have another one of those on the next hole.
Well, my highlight for myself of the trip was it's very easy to pick out because there wasn't many, but the first hole of our competition rounds at Tallwoods, I birdied the first hole. Very, very happy with myself. Yep. But best part was there was a few people watching from the balconies of their
Oh,
houses.
that's right. You got a
I got a
clap.
little golf clap. Oh, no, I got my first golf clap. I'm happy. I don't care that I lost. I got a golf clap.
That was
I was very
beautiful.
happy. But other than that, yeah, as the only two-time winner, I still maintain I'm the only two-time winner. I let myself down on the first round. The second round I played a lot better. Somehow got like 6 pars in a row on the back 9 in the second round with a back that was just not having any, didn't want to put any power in any shot. So I just took a page out of my wife's book and just basically pulled my 6 iron. I was like, we're just going to hit straight. I don't care how many shots it takes us. We're just going to hit straight and we'll get there. And it worked. So
basically, we out of the 4 rounds of golf we play, only 2 of them are competition rounds. We play whoever wins the most holes. Basically, got the trophy, wasn't it?
Not this one. This one we played Stableford
Oh,
points,
that's right, we did.
which hinders me more than it hinders some of the others like Caden and Josh who end up winning because of the point system. So I was hitting bogeys with like Caden, but Caden was getting 1 more point for every one of those that I was. So it helped the higher handicappers in our group stay neck and neck. You had to finish the rounds.
Yeah, well, I wasn't winning from the end, end of the first one.
But yeah, so in the end, AJ finished last on 8 points, Brock on 15 points, I think. Then it was myself, I think, and there's points there, but I came back a long way because I was nowhere near the pack in after day 1, but ended up coming 4th with about 40 points or something. Caden was 42, Riz was somewhere in 3rd, and then Josh and Dave, previous winner Dave, tied for first. So they played a playoff hole, which they then tied, and they didn't want to play another one, so they just called a gentleman draw. But then on our way back for lunch, with a count back, gave it to Josh because Josh's meal from KFC came first before the Macca's one, which I think that was a definite...
Which is very rare.
Yeah, it is very rare. So I was like, that's the winner right there. You chose correctly lunch, you win the trophy.
And I believe he's got the trophy.
He's got the trophy at home, therefore ownership is 9/10 of the law. So Josh is the winner of this edition.
Yep, perfect. But it was a good weekend. It wasn't a weekend, but we'll call it a weekend because it was a 3-dayer. It was enjoyable. We got drunk. We played some Monsters at War. Speaking of Monsters at War, that's our game. You can buy it. That one. There it is. Look at that in all of its glory. So it's a card game. We've talked about it many times in the podcast. If you'd like to get a copy, hit us up on the socials or email us at franticnerdcast@gmail.com. And you'll be able to get yourself a copy, $25 Australian plus postage to wherever you are in the world, if we are able to send it to that part of the world in the current situation in the world.
And some
Say
other
world again.
Some other games we played while we were there. We played Greed, always a fan favourite for weekends
Good
like
fun.
that. Flip 7, another favourite one we've talked about before. Very easy, very quick game to play with 2
It was good fun with more people because I know that we've played with the 3 of us several times, but I think we had 6 or 7 around the table, and that was it was good fun.
Yeah. We had a go at No Mercy, but I think there are too many sore heads to calculate big numbers of draw 4s and things, so that didn't go well. There's a game Caden's got. Is it
Kill Your Friends?
Kill Your Friends. It's a 4-player game. Always fantastic. Well, always lots of fun with usually me getting dumped on, but it's always fun. I enjoy playing it still. What else?
That was a very fun card game because that's the first time I played that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Dead Man's Draw.
Dead Man's Draw, again, it works well with large people.
Fantastic push your luck little card game.
Yep.
Super easy to play.
And then Geek Out was another one we played for the first time, which I fucking want to go.
Yep. And that dungeon one we play.
Tavern Tales,
yeah,
something.
like
that was fun. But yeah, we'll try and get a list of the games we
We
played.
did a car racing one too, didn't we?
We played Formula D.
Yeah.
Formula D.
Fantastic
I
game.
wasn't forgetting that because I won that.
I blew up in spectacular fashion.
It's another sort of push your luck game, but you are definitely punished if you push the luck at the inopportune times. So.
Very much so. But so that was our golf trip weekend, and it was a lot of fun, very enjoyable. Not super nerdy, but semi-nerdy in a way, I guess.
Oh, we ripped some packs. You've seen the video of that out. So
I don't think we got 1 card, didn't we?
2. You got a full...
That's right, I won. Yeah.
No, Caden.
Fuck Caden.
Caden got 1 too. We had to teach Rids how to open it as he opened the pack backwards, and we got the good card.
That was funny.
But yeah, so that video is up on my socials if you want to look at the perfect order packs we opened on the trip. But yeah.
All right, on to something completely different in the words of Monty Python. Why anime shouldn't get a bad rap?
Well, I just threw this out because
why shouldn't anime get a bad rap, Zach?
I'm just thinking, obviously, there are anime fans and then there are not anime fans. And those not anime fans usually are pretty staunch on, no, anime is just not for me. It's not good. But when you start talking about what they look for in TV shows, movies and things, often those concepts are portrayed just as well, if not better sometimes, in anime formats, especially with certain, if they're into fantasy or sci-fi and things. Obviously, animation allows you to do a lot more.
I think that it is purely because it's the association of cartoon compared to live action. It's because they look at it and they say it's a cartoon, therefore it is aimed at younger people.
Yep.
They're not, they just can't get past that. So when they turn it on, they're like, oh, it's a cartoon. It's like, well,
now
they just need to
So
get
I agree with that. One of the major things for anime and just adult cartoons in general is the fact that they are cartoons, and most people associate a cartoon with a child, and it's like, it's not a fucking child's show. Like,
you watch Rick and Morty.
They just can't grasp the fact that a cartoon is for adults.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the time, I think that's the major thing with anime.
Yeah.
The other one, in my opinion, is the sexualization of characters.
I was going to get to that. So anime tropes for a lot of the main ones, like you said, One Piece, for example, is a great one for the anime tropes involved. It's basically got every single anime trope possible in it. Your over-sexualization of characters, the out there wackiness of some things, the repeated like goofy character and stuff. Like that is obviously I see is a major roadblock for some people getting into it. But that's because that's your mainstream successful ones. Like if you actually do a bit of research or ask people for some information about what would be a good anime to get into. I know we've talked about like gateway animes before to get people into it, but things like Vinland Saga, which is a bit more, it's Vikings, a TV show, but just animated. Like it's a show like that. I could see the vast mainstream people getting into and watching. If you like Vikings, you would like Vinland Saga.
And it's funny you say that because I've spoken to people like similarly in that regard, and they'll say, well, I don't need to watch Vinland Saga because I watch Vikings.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you're missing the point.
Yeah, exactly. Because
I know, say to Harry Potter fans, you don't need to watch the Harry Potter movies because you've read the books.
And
They oh no, I've got to watch it. I'm a Harry Potter fan. Well, fucking shut up then.
No, the books were better.
We're not getting on that.
Still enjoy the
We're not getting into that.
But so this sort of
Defeated the purpose.
I had this thought a while ago, and then with the success of some movies like Demon Slayer and singing Huntrix, whatever it's called, K-pop Demon Hunters, with animated movies going to receive
the
Oscars and things like that.
The Korean film or the whatever
It's
was.
very new Jiao or whatever it is. Yeah.
But yeah, like I was trying to explain Bet at the time to someone.
Yep.
And someone else in the room overheard me and heard the phrase, this is a live action adaptation of an anime. And instantly this person goes, nah, it's going to be crap. It's based on anime. And like they just poo-pooed it. And then the person I was explaining to sort of
You should tell your wife to be quiet then, Zach.
She liked it. But yeah, I just thought Lisa. Like having that conversation. So obviously, yes, there are those fan servicey over-the-top animes that, yes, I know are not for everyone. But just the same way those heavy drama, murder mystery, live action films aren't for everyone. So like it's just out there. I think there are animes out there and, as you said, adult cartoons out there that would suit a wider range of people, but they just, because it's that animated style, I think just not willing to give it a crack.
Basically, like I think that is like 90% of the reason is the fact, it's a cartoon. Cartoons are for kids. All right, put Neon Genesis on and let's see how entertained a child is with Neon Genesis. Because they'll watch and be like, most adults I show Neon Genesis to watch it and go, huh? Like, there's some fucking heavy shit in some of these animes. I've had animes that have made me cry. I've had animes that make me laugh. Like, there are some animes that I'll watch any day over live action TV shows. So,
and that's it. And like the character development and growth and all those sort of plots and twists that live action show and all that, anime do that just as well, if not better in some occasions, because it's animated. They've got wider freedom to do a lot of those things. So.
Well, I see in Japan, a lot of the animes, they are just their normal TV shows.
Yeah,
like they have slice of life animes, which are essentially K-drama or our Americanized fucking normal TV shows. As just they animate them instead of live action in them. But it is just a normal TV show. It doesn't have tropes of any kind. It is just a simple slice of life rom-com or, horror show or something like that.
And that's it. And us over here in the Western world, when people hear anime, we think of One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, those sorts of things, because they were the animes that our generation were growing up with and things like that. So that's what people think of when they go, didn't like that, passed it. But there are...
Or I watched that as a kid. It was a kid's show.
Yeah. But as I said, there are like a variety of animes out there that would suit anybody if they were willing to give it a crack. And it's not a case of, you got to get past this weirdness. Like, if you're into, as Asia said, hardcore dramas, there are hardcore dramas. If you're into that murder mystery crime shows, there is one there for you.
I suppose to extend on that as well, the other thing that doesn't help is it's sometimes hard to find and watch what you would want to watch. Like, yes, there's the dramas, the horrors, the whatever, but how do you get one to watch? Because typically, like in our culture, like a TV show or a movie, it's either been hyped up through the advertisements, we know with a background in some way, shape or form, or like a TV show is typically that word of mouth, which is a much bigger word of mouth talking about something. Whereas your animes, it doesn't have that sort of backing to spread the word.
Like probably 70% of the shows haven't been dubbed either.
Yeah.
So
that doesn't
they're harder to find in Western culture.
Up until recently, you basically would have needed Crunchyroll to yet another streaming site, which if you're not into it, you're probably not going to go with. But a lot of the more mainstream ones are picking up a wider variety.
Oh, yeah. Netflix and Prime have gone hardcore into the anime.
Yes, they've got a lot of those main ones, the One Pieces, the Narutos and those sort of ones, but they are definitely expanding their repertoire. And
they're even starting to do their own. So.
Yeah. Well, Netflix is looking like they're having some sort of agreement with Mappa, one of the big animation companies, to bring animes directly to them as well. So
I think Disney, they've just released their one as well. Disney were looking to release one or just released it.
They released that the Disney Villains anime last year. I think it was mid last year.
Last year, was it? I remember something they were going to do, and
it wasn't great.
It didn't look like it was going to be good, but I mean, it's just sort of extending on more of these bigger companies are starting to delve further into anime in Western culture.
All right, moving on to something, again, completely different. Let's talk about some Kickstarters, shall we? So not specifically Kickstarters, but some crowdfunding games. The big one at the moment, obviously, Cyberpunk, I believe it reached 20 million.
23, I think it was. 22, 23 mil. Which is
what do we
huge.
got to in Australian dollary dues? It has reached 31.9 million dollars. 32 million. Oh, it's nearly about to hit it as we're watching this. 38,000 backers.
Actually, that went down what we were watching.
Yeah, it did.
36 hours to go at the time of recording this. So as this episode listens, if you listen to it if you are listening to this as soon as this episode drops, then you'll be able to still back it. Unfortunately, it will be finished by the time if you're a little bit late. So $32 million.
Don't be late.
It is the most successful TCG Kickstarter ever. I think it's probably up there with one of the most successful Kickstarters ever. It's fucking jumping. Okay, so off that one, because we've all talked about that one. Next one, this is the next big Kickstarter that is happening right now, and that is Dungeon Crawler Carl, the
RPG and Unstoppable.
That's correct.
So RPG is the RPG, and Unstoppable is the one or the solo or two player deck builder that you can do.
So it is. It started 2 days ago, I believe. It is up to 5.4 million Australian with 22,000 backers. 29 days left, so plenty of time left.
And one
to
of those
back
backers
this.
is here today.
He is indeed. It was always going to happen. So basically, you've got yourself the book, the core rule book, and there's a starter set for the RPG.
So I'll bring a quick thing up that's courtesy of Brendan in our Discord. So if you want to see some of this stuff, jump into our Discord. But he put a little snippet in there of what we know about the RPG. So we've got the starter set, which is floors 1 to 2. The book is then floors 3 to 5. It's a new D20 system. There's minis that are actually included in the campaign. Players can in characters or make your own. It's a race class-based system. 4 sets of dice, 2 donut, 1 boxes, and 1 smush feet. Miniature set is a total of 9, and the starter set is 5 books, totaling 300 pages.
Are they all the Mordecais at the front?
So the boxes are the minis. There's three boxes of minis. I believe they're about $65 US each per box, but they are pre-painted.
Yep.
But when you think about, I've heard people complaining, but I said this to Brendan as well. You think about how much a box of wargaming minis costs these days.
Like that's standard.
Especially in Australia.
It's about the same price. Yeah. So that's about 90-ish Australian dollars per box.
Okay, the comparison is you go out and you get a set of Warcry. You get a starter set of Warcry or an army per se, which is typically anywhere from like 6 to 10 models, maybe even 5 to 10 models, and they're all pretty similar in price, around that $80 to $100 for that set. So
the starter set focuses on the tutorial floors, teaching crawlers how to survive in Borrance World Dungeon. It weighs in the 6 pounds of gaming goodness and contains the whole core book amount of content.
So I'm assuming as more books come out, they'll be the later floors then.
Yeah, I presume so. And then you got the core rule book, which, as you said before, floors 3 to 5. And that'll basically give you everything you need to create your own characters. The starter set, I believe you'll get Carl, Donut, etc., etc. Some of the base characters from that. There's a really beautiful screen that you can get for the
that is very nice.
There's some journals, and then the miniatures. So the first box you get Carl Royal Court, Princess Donut Royal Court, Baby Mongo, Carl and Donut as one mini, Mongo Royal Court, Carl Explosives Expert, Donut Riding Mongo, Samantha and Katia.
Have you got to Samantha yet, by the way?
Samantha.
Yeah.
Lucy?
Heckler, and box 2 has Heckler, Eva,
Prepotente,
Lucy. I can't really read
Lucia
these.
Mar Night, Lucia Mar Day, Quan Chi, Florian, Bianca, Gustavo, and Chichi.
And then box 3 has
Ratkin, Bugaboo, Incubus, Grookey, Skyfowl, Pocket Kuma, Hill Cyclops, and Human Canadian, which are all of Mordecai's shape-shifting forms across the levels.
And the minis look really nice.
They do.
The Cyclops one is just Homer Simpson. It's fantastic.
And then there's like die sets as well, which would look really nice. And you've got the foldable dice box. I would kill your mother. So apparently the fan casting for her for live action is Old Love from Will and Grace.
Oh,
with a high voice.
Yeah, that's who everyone wants her to be. It looks good. And then there you can also get a season pass, which gives you the digital content as soon as it's released.
Oh, nice.
So when
what have you backed, sir?
So I personally backed the Gold Plus tier, which is $210 US. You get the starter set plus the PDF, the core book plus the PDF, the base game of the card game plus an expansion, some dice, the screen, season pass,
free,
and then I also on top of that added the other expansion for the card game. So there's the base game with 2 expansions.
Of course you did.
But the beautiful thing is they've put the pay over time thing on it as well.
I'm really hoping that this is at PAX.
So am I. So very much.
So good if it is.
Which we'll talk about in a moment. But
before we move on, is there more Kickstarters?
There are a couple more Kickstarters. We won't go as in deep as this one. So the next one is Claustrophobia 1692. So this is a sort of re-release of a game that has been released twice previously. So it was previously Claustrophobia 1642, I believe, which I have.
Yeah, we've played this.
And then there was another one which was, I can't remember what the name of it was, but it's basically a dungeon crawl game. You play through a campaign, through a story campaign with 4 survivors, and it's very religious sort of base, like you are the religious priests going into this dungeon to wipe out the demons, and it's just a really good, fun game. And it's hard.
And from memory, you play as either the priest going in or the demons.
Or you play the demons.
Right.
Yeah, so it's 1v1 kind of situation, and it's hard. That's the good thing about it. It's not an easy dungeon crawler, because I find a lot of dungeon crawlers, a la Hero Escape and all that kind of stuff, they're fair, like they can get a little bit hard, but they're still always weighted towards
Would Zombicide be a dungeon
the
crawler?
player. Yeah, 100% dungeon crawler. Whereas this is like very much like it's weighted towards the demons. Like it's hard. So it's currently up. It's got 19 days left on GameFound. You can find this one. Beautiful minis.
Are they
And
pre-painted?
no, they are not pre-painted. They just come in hard plastic. But yeah, it's
I mean, if I used my eyes, I could have figured that out.
it's a very nice looking game. Then we've got the Hitman board game.
I did
This one's
see
up
this
on
as well.
GameFound as well. So this one I don't really know too much about.
I think
Don't
it'd be
make
interesting.
sweeping statements. You'll upset people.
Sorry.
If you don't know much about it, don't make sweeping statements. You'll upset people.
Players. It's 1 to 4 players. Plays in 60 minutes. Obviously based on the Hitman video game and horribly made movies. So cardboard standees, but I believe if you're back, you get some minis. Core game, location brief. So I'm guessing it's kind of like an espionage, maybe hidden player kind of situation where you're moving around and you got to try and get your objective and get through different locations and find your objective, what it kind of looks like.
I think this will be fun if they make it quite like thematic, the way that they've got it through the video games. If they can replicate some of those mechanics, I would think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so it looks like you got hidden locations that flip over when you arrive at them, modularity.
The first thing I'd say about this one is I think that this would be a lot of fun a couple of times.
Yeah.
It doesn't strike me as having massive replayability.
So this one I don't think is actually live yet because GameFound, they kind of they release
you follow
them.
it.
Yeah, so this is a preview, so it doesn't actually say when it's going live. So that looks very interesting, so we'll keep you up to date with that one. And the last one, this is another biggie for me. Batman Gotham City Chronicles Season 4.
Didn't we talk about this?
We did.
We did. But it is almost like they're releasing more and more information about it. So where is our updates? So they've released a good sort of example as to take the fight to the heights. So they've shown one of the first levels, which is essentially 2 buildings that you play in. It's like 3 levels each, and they've shown off some of the minis, which look pretty nice.
It looks so good.
But it looks like it could be interesting. I've got season 1 and 2. I don't have 3, which was the solo play rules. So there's your Alfred mini.
It looks sick.
Yeah, it looks pretty nice. So this is on GameFound. Go over and have a look. It looks very, very nice. If you are a fan of Batman, you will find yourself spending a lot of money. So be wary of that.
And for those who have read through the Absolute Batman comic runs, that's where they're pulling these minis and like the gameplay from, so to speak. And yeah, when we say that they look good, for those who are listening, it looks very, very, very much like the characters from the comics. It looks fucking amazing.
They're great minis. They're
Awesome.
really nice minis. And if you have Batman RPGs or anything, which the same company released a Batman RPG for this, or you just want to play as Batman in an RPG or any of their characters, they're fantastic minis for you for role playing and all that kind of stuff. And even if you play the Batman miniature game or the DC miniature game, you can use them in that as well. Fantastic.
And go read the Absolute Batman comic series. It's fantastic.
It is indeed.
Before
I was about to say, now what do you want to say?
Dungeon Crawler Carl reading update. Have you finished the current book yet?
Not far. I think I've got 4 or 5 hours left.
Yeah,
in
I'm
book
almost.
6.
I'm pretty sure I'm just about to start part 3, so about 2/3 of the way through. Where are you up to at the moment, sir?
I've only just started book 5.
Ooh.
So you started book 5 and you stopped.
I stopped, yes, and I've jumped onto rereading The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
This book is so fucking good. all of them are so fucking good. I found book 6 was probably the hardest start to all of them.
This is Bedlam Bride, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've lost track of what
I have
another
the
book
Bedlam
I'm up
Bride,
to.
I think it's called, and it's because of what they're trying to do within the dungeon. It gets really good, but the way they start it, you kind of like.
Oh, that's right. Book 6 I've started.
Yeah, book 6. Book 7 is the Inevitable Run, which you have not.
I have not. Yeah, book 6 has started. So I got up to essentially the part where he storms the blocked off city with the hunters in it.
Oh, so you're like right at the start
So
of it.
that's as far as I got. And then I went, you know what? I've had enough of this for the moment. I'm going to leave it.
You haven't got to the gonorrhea part yet.
I've already heard about that. Don't worry.
Oh.
And so I've jumped onto Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I'm just about to finish book 4 of Hitchhikers, and then book 5, and that'll finish it off. I'm not reading the one he didn't write, but they're fantastic. I highly recommend Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I've said it so many times, but it is such a fucking out there book that is just amazingly, funnily, weirdly written. They're fucking small 5-hour audiobooks.
I would say I'd also recommend trying audiobooks if you haven't, because I really enjoy. I much prefer reading a physical book rather than a book on screen. But the Carl audiobooks have just been phenomenal. That I'm like, I will try.
They've ruined audiobooks though.
I know. Yeah, Lisa said the same thing. She's like, that's a very good audiobook that you've been listening to compared to what most others are.
So what I was actually going to do is go to the studio that it's Jeff Hayes, I think it is. So I was actually going to keep looking at his studio to see what else they've done, just to sort of continue that route, rather than going to something that's.
He doesn't do all the books that his studio produces.
Yeah, I know that.
He's very much in charge of Dungeon Crawler Carl. But yeah, he's
Patrick Warburton cameo in this book was like, oh my god.
When at the start they said that Patrick Warburton was coming in, I'm like, that's what I fucking thought he sounded like at the start of this fucking thing. Like full circle. I'm like, yes.
I watched an interview with him, and he said that's who he kind of semi-modeled it after.
Well, there you go.
And he goes. And then through it, eventually by about book 4, he sort of stopped sounding like that, and he sort of got his own thing. He goes, and it's so lucky that he did, because we eventually got him as a character. And
but you've seen a few interviews where Matt Dinham's come out and said that basically yes, which is what we already knew anyway, that there is going to be 9 books, but book 8 is effectively
book 9 will be 2 books.
Sorry, book 9 will be 2 books, so there'll be 10 books.
10 books all up.
And things like that.
Which makes me feel I
all
don't.
18 levels.
Oh, he said that.
He said that you will see all 18 levels.
I didn't see that.
That was he did sort of like a Q&A at a for his new book series the other week. So it came up. Obviously, a lot of Carl questions came up. So
naturally,
just there. Well, considering we're now up to level 8, 9, I'm assuming is the next one. But
what happens?
We destroyed a level. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens moving forward. But apparently, we will see all 18 levels. He said.
Yep.
In what fashion we see all 18 levels is...
I have a feeling we may go jump a little bit. Oh, we're in a level, and we found a trick to get past this level really quickly.
That's effectively what happened in the end of the last book. So,
I'll go there. All right. Let's jump on to a fantastic TV show. Speaking of the cartoons, people not watching shit because it's a cartoon. Fucking Invincible season 3 or 4? 4.
4.
Season 4.
Holy...
You're up to date?
Sorry, I just want to say, I was right with how many episodes were out last Wednesday when we were talking about this, but we'll move on. I don't need an apology from Brock. He was wrong. I was right.
I haven't watched the most recent one.
I watched the most recent one today.
Yeah, okay. What episode was it?
I said there was 3 episodes left last week. Like, no, there's 4. I was like, no, cunt, there was 3. So, because there's only 2 left now.
That was violent.
Is it 8 or 9 episodes?
There's only, I believe there's only one more left to come out on Netflix. It's Prime after today's.
That's what I thought. After yesterday's.
Yes.
Not sure how many, but
I thought it was from where the last one ended. I expect there's only going to be one more episode.
8 episodes.
So, if before we continue, as someone that's read the comics, there's more? Is there another season coming?
Oh, there's plenty more.
Yeah. Okay,
there's probably
3 to 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, easy. But the beautiful. So before we talk about anything particular and stuff,
spoilers. There'll be
there will be spoilers. One thing that I very much loved about this season, I've spoken to Brock about this already. The fact of the episodes really feel like they're chocked full of content. Like episode 1, I remember watching episode 1 and I'm like, fuck, we've covered so much, and fuck, this episode's just going. This is fantastic, and we're just smashing through pages, really. And
it wasn't even done in a way where you felt like, oh, they're doing too much.
Oh yeah,
The way that they paced it through that is like they are doing this. They are smashing through things, but they're doing it very, very well.
I agree, but I also found myself at one point going, there are some things in here which, I mean, I'm saying this without knowing the comic book, so I'm sure some of these things that I thought maybe were a little bit relevant will make themselves known.
Everything links in this. Everything in this comic. Nothing is in this comic for.
But this just felt like throughout parts, very much like world building or like backfilling knowledge, so you understand what's happening at the point. Like the whole Viltrumite backstory is what we got throughout this season, so that was very useful to help plug in the gaps, but didn't really progress the story for an episode because it was backfilling information for us, if that makes sense.
It all pushes it forward. Don't worry about that. There's plenty of you that still don't even know about the Viltrumites. So basically,
I don't even know. I haven't finished yet.
This season is basically leading to the Viltrumite War. For those of you who don't know, the Viltrumites are essentially a planet full of Supermen who are, to put it frankly, cunts.
They're effectively space Nazis in a way.
Basically,
they are the superior race. And
they started off as like we want to make sure the world's peaceful, and they eventually just got stronger and stronger and stronger, and they decided the only way the world could be peaceful is through them making everyone conform to their point of view.
Everything will be peaceful via our iron fist.
And by world, we mean universe.
And then eventually you find out in this season so far that somehow a virus was released on the Viltrumite planet, which killed off
Scourge virus.
99.8% of their population. So
probably even more than that.
You find out there's 50 Viltrumites left in the world, basically, or in the universe. So around that many, and but one Viltrumite is enough to destroy an entire planet. So you think of it as you would, and you find out a bit more about.
Omni-Man's
backstory, why he came to Earth, which you already knew, but you find out more about he came to Earth, became a novelist, and you find out that his novels were actually secret hints of things that could destroy the Viltrumite, help destroy the Viltrumites. So they go on a hunt.
Main reason for them. So before the Scourge virus, they were all going out to conquer the galaxy effectively. But then when the Scourge virus hits, there's 50 of them left. Someone asked the question, well, why did you continue with that? Why stretch yourself so thin? Basically, they went around trying to bang the universe to raise the Viltrumites. So they would go to planets to try to have relations with people to get half Viltrumites.
See if they can recreate a strong enough Viltrumites, which they hadn't succeeded in up until Omni-Man and Invincible.
Yes.
And Oliver to a point.
Also,
Oliver gets what's coming to him several times.
He's such an annoying little prick.
You're told not to do something, you do it, there's a consequence. Don't get upset about the consequence.
The consequence in this regard, and we did say spoilers, he loses an arm and his jaw.
And fully deserved.
So we get the return of the starfish aliens. I can't remember their name. The Sequids. So we get the returns of those, which leads to Invincible having to quite blatantly punch the fuck out of someone's head and explode it, which leads into his sort of anguish of fearing that he's going to become Omni-Man. This is kind of the catalyst of pushing him into thinking he's becoming Omni-Man.
And one of the reasons that it's kind of in that regard, because when he does what he does, it's because the Sequids have that mind control component. So it's not that he's killing the Sequid, he's killing a person being controlled by the Sequid. So that's where he gets that.
And he's basically in a situation where I could risk waiting for someone else to come to neutralize the Sequid humanely, but there's a chance they break containment and then there is no stopping them. So it's either do this or the world dies.
Yep.
Yeah, which, good decision. Then we get the return of the aging aliens.
Yes.
Who they aged quickly on Earth, and I think this is their third time they come back. And essentially they've kind of figured out how to stay.
I think it's their third episode where they've come back. So
they figure out how to stay older. And the main thing of these ones coming back this time is it leads to some of the fantastic story between Monster Girl and Robot, which we haven't seen yet.
We won't see that till next season.
We won't see it.
I reckon at the end, because you know how after the credits have rolled a little bit, they do a little snippet. I think in the end of the next episode, they'll do a little snippet there.
So that leads to a fantastic thing of that, which down the track leads to another major plot point in the show, which is fucking ridiculous. So look out for that. Then basically this season then revolves around Omni-Man and what's Seth Rogen's character's name? Alan. Oh, how could I forget Alan? They come to Earth and essentially get Invincible to come and they're on a goal to destroy the Viltrumites, which will lead to the Viltrumite War.
Bringing him into the war, which is the Viltrumites versus the
Coalition of Planets.
No, never mind.
And it also... Omni-Man and Alan's trip to Earth leads to the funniest thing with Alan and his girlfriend constantly just banging and Omni-Man not being able to sleep.
On the couch.
And then after like 2 weeks of travel or something, the captain's like, oh yeah, we got like so many rooms. You could have just taken another room.
Because he went looking for just somewhere else to be. He opened it up and there was like a room ready to go. He's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yes. We just figured you'd want to stay with your friends.
We thought you were a throuple.
That's right. Yeah, you thought you were a throuple.
We thought the three of you were together.
So a plot point that has been introduced but not solved yet. I'm interested to see Eve's powers, but I'm assuming that's about the special little bun she's got cooking at the moment.
Yes. Basically, that is that, which creates...
We won't say anything more there because that won't get touched on anymore this season. I think that'll be next season.
Yeah, that leads to some big problems and other stuff. And so there's lots of stuff coming to do with that. But yeah, and then we get the return of the big man. And fuck, is it amazing. Just invincible, holding his throat. You're never Conquest. You're never gonna breathe again. So
I'd read this. I seen the fight happening, and I was just sort of watching, enjoying it, and then the music cut as soon as he grabbed hold of his throat. And I'm like, oh shit. It's all coming back to me. I remember what happens. Fuck. Just as you said, as what he just says to him.
So that
you'll never breathe again. That was intense.
That scene caused problems for me. Not there at that moment, but later on, like the amount of brutality that Mark suffers.
Yes.
Throughout that part and survives. Who's a half Viltrumite.
Yep.
And then you see what some of the damage that was killing the Viltrumites in later parts of the season. I'm like, that don't add up. Like,
because
it's because he's half human as well, which makes him basically it makes him stronger than a Viltrumite.
Because that's what they're trying. Because that's what they've been alluding to as the seasons have progressed. Is the fact that he started off differently, and his strength is actually growing in a different manner, so that he is getting.
He's kind of like
better,
Alan,
stronger.
The more damage he takes, the stronger he gets.
And because of that, also that human element to him, it gives him that vigor where I'm not fucking letting go. You can hit me as much as you want. I am not letting go, and you are fucking going down. So it just gives him that.
The fucking go into his stomach. Let's just pull these ones out. How much more you got in there? Let's see how much more you got.
So in short, fucking Invincible chokes the life out of Conquest, but in the process of that, Conquest puts both of his arms straight into his abdomen and starts pulling out his innards. And at the end of it, Conquest
he's laying on the pulling.
Conquest is laying there dead, and Invincible's just laying on his back. Help! And you're like, oh fucking hell! Like
and in this process, Oliver also gets fucked up multiple times as well
because he did listen.
Yeah. And then you got Alan and the robot girl hiding in their little thing playing video games, which I just love.
We got time to finish this level. We probably should. Nah, we can do it.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
And then when they brought Thrag to the front and just fucking let him go, you're just like,
his most impactful moment of showing his fighting prowess was the first punch that Omni-Man throws, where he just goes
that little step back.
I was like, yeah, that's all. I don't care. Everything else is.
No, there was that, and the one other moment was when Mark goes full fledged at him after.
And then just
Oliver gets fucked up, hits him in the forehead, but just even the way that they did that colored scene and the flashing between his body and they went to like a deep dark red, almost like a demon face of Thrag. It was sick.
Yep.
And then just to look back up and going, I'm not impressed. He's like, oh shit, you're getting fucked up.
He's fantastic. My major issue with Thrag, I just can't take him serious because he looks like Freddy. It's just it's like that's who he's modeled it after, and you just look at it, you're like you look like you're about to sing fucking "We Are the Champions."
I think I'm past that. After like the first couple of things that you see, you're just kind of like, yeah.
I'm glad they got Clancy Brown to do his voice.
Yeah.
That works.
I think the moment that I got past it was when after Argyle is dead. And he says to one of the Viltrumites behind him, he said, "Oh, well, are you going to betray us as well?" He says, "No, I don't believe you." Just goes through, cuts his head off with the back of his hand. Just like, yeah, I don't see Freddy anymore.
That was just, I'm clearly not in his mindset, but him go, yes, someone's betrayed us. So now go and mass murder each other to find all the potential weaknesses. I'm like, that's not how that shit works.
Yeah.
He could be really strong and be a traitor. You don't know. But no, and by the term spoilers, we meant we're just going to talk about the whole plot. So don't feel the need to watch the show now. You've seen it. It's all good.
So we're looking very much forward to one last episode left to go. Looking forward to it. It's going to be fantastic.
I will say this has not been my favourite season so far. I'm thinking this last episode could save it, but I think some of the earlier seasons were more enjoyable for me. I'm not saying this is bad by any means, just not up there for me yet.
I'm more looking forward to future seasons because I know what's going to happen in those future seasons, and I think it's going to be fucking amazing.
I kind of think this is almost like not a reset point, but like we've got to get to this part to then unlock the more extravagant, over the top things that are coming in the future.
Because they are following the comics so loyally. It is very much like some of the stuff, like you've said, some of the stuff you kind of like, does this really need to be there? And down the line, it does, but you don't really know that now, and it's just because they are following it so loyally. But
it's not a bad thing because you've got faith because of how they've done past seasons. But there are just some things where I'm like, we've got 8 episodes and you've spent an episode on backfill for something that's not relevant just yet. So I know it will pay off.
You're referring to the demon episode?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I still enjoyed the fucking... And Bruce Campbell plays the devil, which is amazing.
Oh, mate, some of the stuff that happened throughout the episode, I was like, this is really good. But I'm like, all that we've achieved is we've put... what's his name?
I always forget his name.
I want to call him Brian, but it's not Brian.
We put the demon investigator.
We put the demon investigator back on Earth. That's all that we've achieved in, one eighth of the series was dedicated to that. So at the moment, like, there's so many other things that we could have done. We could have expanded some of the fights and things like that to give that more airtime. But I'm sure that'll have a payoff in the future series. So I'm not. It's not a massive poo-poo, but it's just
because the key points there is that you've got the investigator back up. The fire chick, she got beaten ultimately by Mark. So what's the result of that? And and what does it mean for Satan and like the realm of hell? Well, Satan's good. But what does it mean for
torturing demons
as well?
Torturing
but then
demons
you've also learnt the fact that the Earth has had multiple errors throughout, and the human race is the fourth error.
It was an interesting episode to watch. Like, by no means am I saying it was a bad episode or it's a bad season. It's just not.
The other thing that I quite enjoyed, and I know that you enjoyed it as well, but I don't know if you'll actually enjoy it, was the final simple things like the final dinner scene that they had before Mark and Oliver went out in space. Good. That was a simple scene.
It sprinkles that humanity into the show. It makes it grounded and
they're so good at doing that, just those little scenes.
And it was so well done as well, because one thing that they did is they did the pause of everything except for a single character during those scenes. So you'd focus on Oliver, and then you'd focus on Paul, then you'd focus on their mum, and it was so well done around the table.
There was another bit they did really well too, which just, again, humanizes the characters, where Eve is doing the dishes with a mum, and I was like, he loves you, and we don't always get that. Sorry, mum? Oh, no. Oh, you're just lucky you've got a man that, still has interest in you. Mum, is everything okay?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine.
And then
our TV show's on.
And then she's done.
Coming, dear.
And then the other scene that really, really fucking worked for me was Omni-Man and Mark's mum. Where she's just smacking into his chest and breaks a wrist. And the
way that he walked in there and just, because that whole scene, the couple of scenes of Omni-Man back on Earth speaking to a few people, starts by talking to Mark's mum. And the way that he walks in there, just completely apologetic. I'm sorry for everything. This is what's happened. And the way that she just turns around to him, like just bloodshot eyes, tears streaming down, and just says, "Fuck you." Just like, yeah, that's how that meant to. Exactly how that was meant to go.
The whole time he's talking through that, and you're like, he gets to the Oliver's mum part, and you're like, you just know this is going to come back and bite him in the ass. Like, it's just, this was not a good move from you in Annie's point. But when he sees the costume maker, like when he leaves and the costume maker just starts hyperventilating, like, I survived. Like, that's the impact that man had on Earth. Like, him coming back to apologize is good, but it's not going to achieve anything for him.
And for the fact that he turned back to him and said, "Nolan, I'm not doing that for you in the future. Look what you did here."
Yeah.
No. And
I
that was just...
heroes.
We're not friends.
Yeah, exactly. I help heroes, you're not. So that was... those moments that were scattered throughout, they were awesome.
All right, let's jump on to another little quick subject here. Let's talk bad movies, and can they actually
Now, why are we talking about this, Zach?
So this has come about because of a statement that you, my friend, made on this podcast
Which has been
2 weeks ago.
I want to go back and listen to what I said.
We were talking about live action anime adaptations, and Dragon Ball Z got brought up as being a truly horrible movie. Not an adaptation, it's just a horrible movie.
Incorrect, it was Dragon Ball.
Whatever.
Same shit.
And you then piped up and said,
I enjoyed it.
I thought it was good. So this has spawned the topic. Can a bad movie be good?
See, what I would say is it's not that can a bad movie be good, but can you enjoy a bad movie? I know that movie was fucking horrible, but I still enjoyed it. I can't tell you why. I enjoyed the movie. It was a good, fun movie that I've enjoyed. I know it was shit, but I enjoyed it.
Before we continue on, I'm going to put this one out there. No, Madam Web cannot be good. Put it in the comments if you think it's good, because it's fucking not, and it never will be. All right, that subject's done.
So I've got 2 lines of thought on this. One, like you said, enjoying a bad movie for different reasons, definitely possible. Other ones I've gone, like you go down your B-grade movie routes, which are like your Sharknadoes and things that they're truly horribly made cheap movies,
but cult following.
Yeah.
But because
they're
you know
good because they're bad.
Yes, yes. So I let's stick to the first little train of thought: bad movies that were enjoyed for silly reasons. Like I've enjoyed movies purely because of a 30-second cameo from a character. I'm like, I'm happy. I've enjoyed this movie. Super Mario 2. I enjoyed this movie purely because they put They put the N60. This doesn't spoil anything. They put the N64 thumbnails of Star Fox's crew throughout when he's having his backstory. I'm happy. Then they made the barrel roll joke. I'm happy. That's it. The rest of the movie
I just love the little star thing. He's like, do a barrel roll. He's like, okay.
That made the movie for me. So like, I fully get your point. Dragon Ball just was not the movie to make this argument about. Because like Under Siege is another set of movies. Under
Siege 1's great.
Under Siege 2, it's Under Siege 1 just on a train. That's it. There's the only difference. It's on a train. But it starts, there's just a straightforward flow of Steven Seagal punching people, talking badly, and it works. I enjoy it. I know they're not good movies, but I enjoy it. So I fully understand the concept of enjoying bad movies. If you ask Sam, Sam and Rory, do not listen to me if I say a movie is good or not, because my bar for movies is usually quite low. I'll find things in there that I enjoy that people go, that was shit. Gratuitous explosions, I'm happy. I'm a simple man. Make a few funny jokes, I'm a simple man. Don't spill a beer.
I would never spill a beer.
But
See that catch?
So do you have we know yours is Dragon Ball and therefore your opinion is somewhat irrelevant.
I'm going to open up a topic and then I'm going to belt you for it.
Yeah. Do you have a bad movie that is good for you?
Oh, God. I don't know. There's so many bad movies.
Even think about it, like over time, how many movies, which when they were released, they were critically acclaimed as being shit. They were rubbish movies. And then over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, they gather some form of cult following.
Usually they're not bad movies. They're critic bad movies. They're not actually bad movies.
Yep, sure.
Whereas Dragon Ball is
a bad
on
movie.
par with Madam Web. They're bad fucking movies.
But I mean, it is still the same thing, because you can still have, yes, you're right, they may have been critically acclaimed as being shit and they were actually good, yada yada. But there are ones which were critically acclaimed and they deserved it, and they have still gotten that cult following many years later.
I can't really think of one off the top of my head.
Dragon Ball?
No, I didn't enjoy Dragon Ball. I did not enjoy it.
I even try. I rewatched Dragon, not recently, but like watched it at the time. Many years later, I was like, you know what? I've matured. Let me see if the movie has matured with me. It did not.
It hasn't.
It did not.
I still enjoy it though.
See, like the thing you were talking about, how like critically panned, but they're pretty good movies.
But
in my
if
opinion,
a movie's critically panned, I can guarantee you I'll probably enjoy it.
like Tron Legacy. That was shit on.
Yes, it was.
As a bad movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's not actually a bad movie, but that could fit. Some people may say that it fits into this thing, but it wasn't actually a bad movie.
Because that would come down to an opinion. Because that was quite an enjoyable movie.
But no, like one of my favorite movies, I guarantee you a lot of people would say is a bad movie, but that may be more the subject matter and stuff, and that's Center Stage. It's a movie about ballet dancers. A lot of people would watch that and be like, this is fucking horrible. What the fuck do you like this for? And it's one of my favorite movies. I've watched it so many fucking times.
See, that one there, I know that is a decent movie. Yeah. I just don't enjoy it.
Yeah, there's a difference between a movie being bad because you don't enjoy it, and then movies being bad.
What about you?
Come on, it's your fucking
Name
topic,
me a
mate. Come
Transformers
on.
movie, and I've enjoyed all of them. I know some of them have been, like Age of Beasts. I know a lot of people hated that one. I quite enjoyed it.
Was that the Beast Wars one?
Yeah.
No, that one wasn't as bad.
That one and the last night one.
Last night one. That was pretty bad. I mean, but
it had Marky Mark in it. So
the big thing about those movies are, I was always going to watch them because it was fucking Transformers. It had Peter Cullen doing the voice of Optimus Prime, which, speaking of, I only just remembered as I was watching Invincible that he's in fucking Invincible, and I heard that voice. I was like, oh, it's Optimus Prime!
Tedious.
And like, even as bad as the Transformers look, it's still fucking awesome. And I'll still watch them. And you put another live action one, but thankfully they have retconned the Transformers movies now that Michael Bay hasn't really been attached, and we have an Optimus Prime that looks like Optimus Prime and like a Starscream that looks like Starscream kind of thing.
What movie was this?
The Bumblebee one and the Age one.
Oh, the Transformers one, or the Beast Age one.
No, the Beast Wars one.
Right.
Yeah, so that's because that one's a continuation from Bumblebee.
Because we're moving off topic here onto Transformers now, but there's talk of finishing off the Michael Bay, bringing back Shia LaBeouf and Marky Mark.
Well, supposedly, Bumblebee and Age of Beasts or whatever the fuck it's called are prequels to Michael Bay's ones. Right. So they are, even though the Transformers don't look the same, they are in the same universe.
They evolve, they change.
But even though the Beast Wars one ended with the G.I. Joe teaser, which, bring it on, because the comics, they cross over all the fucking time.
That was a movie that I enjoyed that people hated, was the G.I. Joe.
Actually, yes, the first one, that was a bad movie. The second one wasn't as bad a movie as the first one. No. And then Snake Eyes fixed it. I liked Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes was actually a pretty good movie.
It's okay.
But yes, the first one, the part where they're in those fucking suits, the fuck, man. And and it's him slowly becoming Cobra Commander. It was a pretty bad movie, but yeah, it was enjoyable. You're right. Yeah, I'd put that on my list of bad movies. Most people consider bad movies.
But then you go down the other route of bad movies that are good because they're bad. That's why they're good.
But they like Sharknadoes.
So they lean into the Sharknadoes.
They are deliberately made, like especially after the first one, that was made for a super low budget on a stupid premise, and they kind of like, we know this is a stupid premise. We've got fuck all money. Let's just make it bad. And then they realized it was so successful because of how bad it was. That's why people were watching it. They're like, we're just gonna fucking roll into this. 7 movies in, and it's fucking
all the cameos and the guest stars.
The main actor, he was famously in 90210, and pretty much he wasn't working at all, didn't have much money and stuff, and he was gonna turn the script down. And apparently his wife turned to him and said, no, we need money. You're going to take this role. And he said it was the best decision he ever made because he has made so much money from it. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, there was that age of like B grades sort of just started to explode in Australia. Like the some like vampire ghost spider movies and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'll watch them.
These
are hilarious.
what are they? People call them. I think they call them blockbuster. There's a name for them.
You're looking at me as if I know.
There's a name for them, and it's got to do with Blockbuster.
Right, I just call them B-grade movies.
When they first started, it was
they'd go straight to Blockbuster.
It was like Corman and all those kind of guys who would find out a movie's being made. They would make that movie as close as possible to what's happening in that movie, but change enough that they're not going to get sued. And they'd rush it into production, get it made, and get it out so it's released around the same time that it would be released in Blockbuster. And because they were releasing it for cheap, Blockbuster would just buy the shit out of them. Because what would happen is they'd put them on the shelves near, like, so Pacific Rim would come out. They put Pacific Rim up, and they put the other one, which was
Pacific Steel.
Monster, like Monster Rim or something like that. And people would mistake them for Pacific Rim and hire them. So they would buy the shit out of them. And that was the whole economy of those movies, was the fact that people would mistake them for the real movie and rent them. And it just became this massive market. It was all because of Blockbuster.
And if you want more facts like that, make sure you subscribe.
Speaking of facts, Bev, thanks, mate, for deep diving into the fucking Battle Royale backstory. Holy shit, son. Someone's got some time on their fucking hand. Mate, go to work.
If you would like to see that whole thread of information, jump onto the Discord, go and find it.
It is in the description, even on the podcast, because we can put it in the description of the podcast as well. So go to our Discord, join, and you can have fun chats with us about stuff like that. But yeah, let's get off that topic. And let's jump on to a fantastic movie that you all should watch. I don't know if Zach's watched this yet.
No.
This movie, actually, before we jump on this, I will just quickly chuck out there. Every man and his dog needs to watch Hail Mary. Holy fuck, that is a good movie. Sensational.
That's the latest Gosling one, yeah?
Yeah. It's the same dude who wrote the Martian book.
I might go to the drive-in and see it, actually, because I thought the drive-in was dying. Apparently, it's still going strong.
It was.
Hipsters will keep that shit alive. It is a sensational film. Sensational. Highly, highly recommend it. But yeah, onto this movie, which is another fantastic movie. This one's on Prime. It is called Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. And it stars Sam, what's his name?
Burgess.
No, I can't remember. I'll start looking at it.
But basically, it is an AI doomsday Groundhog Day-esque movie. So basically, he rocks up into a diner and says, the world's going to end. I need 6 of you to come with me and help stop the end of the world.
Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell, is it? And basically, he's like, I've come from the future. World's being destroyed by AI. I need you guys. Some of you will be the right combination for me to be able to stop this AI. I've done this 150 times, and we've always died.
And then it's like, and sit the fuck down, Jerry. You're not being a fucking hero today. I told you I've done this 10,000 fucking times. Sit down.
So basically, it's Groundhog Day-esque, where it's a continuous loop, but the movie is one of those loops.
Yes.
You're not watching all the previous ones like Groundhog Day kind of thing. It's just one of those loops, and it's him essentially picking the team that he thinks may be successful in trying to stop this AI from taking over. And it is a series of out there, weird, fun situations that just are just purely enjoyable. It's one of those movies at the end of the movie, you sit there and you go,
that was fun.
That was fun. I enjoyed that. That was really good. I will definitely watch that again at some point.
It was
not a fucking masterpiece by any means, but Sam Rockwell is just amazing in everything he's in, whether it's dramatic, comedy, whatever. Watch Moon as a perfect example. And it's just really, really enjoyable.
And it's got action, it's got a bit of drama, it's got comedy, it's got
Michael Pena.
It's got jump surprises in it. It like the cast, you'd probably recognize a lot of the cast if you go through and see. Yeah, looking at the cast,
a lot of them I sort of know their faces of.
Yeah, they do a really brilliant thing of when he's in the diner at the start and he's going through and he's talking and trying to convince everyone, and you never actually see the people he's going to pick until he picks them, because instantly if you saw them, you're like, well, that's a famous actor. That's a famous actor. I'm obviously going to pick him, and him.
What
so you don't actually really see them.
Hollywood cast yet.
But also, whilst he's walking around the diner, they do a lot of subtle movements. Where he'll be walking over to here, and then he'll just sort of lean to the side a little bit, and then something will happen next to him, and it's very, very well done.
Do you see him fail and have to restart, or is it just...
This is one loop.
One loop.
The movie is one loop.
Is he successful?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, fuck. We didn't give away spoilers. This is my shot.
We'll give some spoilers, but not the whole lot. No, this is a lot of fun, and it was funny because I watched...
It's a big satire on AI as well.
Yeah. I watched this movie and one other movie in the course of like a few days, maybe a week or so, and they were both AI-based movies. I actually watched Mercy, which is a Chris Pratt movie.
Oh, yes, yeah.
I love the concept of this.
Premise. I don't know if I would enjoy it though.
The premise is really, really cool. I got right behind this movie pretty much up until the end, where something happens at the end, and I'm just like, but then since then I've come back around. I
see. I did enjoy the ending. It wasn't the greatest of endings. It was very. To me, this was basically Minority Report, but AI instead of future telling humans.
So basically, the premise of this one is they call it the Mercy Court, and the Mercy Court is an AI judge. The AI judge is given all of the evidence that has been found against a person who is a suspect of a murder. And Mercy Court is only implemented if the suspect is above a 90% assurance.
Something like that.
Something like that, where we have enough evidence to say with 90% assurity that this person did it. And then basically that suspect gets put in the middle of a room. They get strapped to a chair and they are not allowed to move. However, they have access to the Mercy Court to go through all of the evidence, all of the crime scene photos. They're basically there on trial defending themselves and trying to reduce the probability of them doing having committed that murder. Chris Pratt plays a character who is a cop who is a massive supporter of the Mercy system, and he's actually put several people into that chair.
I was going to say, the way the trailer looks like he's something to do with like building it and constructing
it. He was one of the first cops to actually put a prisoner into the Mercy Court.
Yes. I think he's like the 17th or 18th or something like that who's put into the chair, and it basically follows him through the process of trying to prove his innocence. That's the premise, and it is a really fucking cool premise, and the way that it is done is really, really fucking cool. As I said,
it's basically a first-person view of a cop solving a case.
Yeah. Really well done. Highly recommended. It's got
Rebecca
Ferguson in it. Her as an AI does really well. It's awesome.
She's the mother in Dune.
She is the mother in Dune. She is also the main actor in Silo, which will have the third season coming out this year. And then one season after that, I believe, and we will be done. But fuck, I cannot wait because that's such a good show.
I'm going to talk about a movie I've just watched that's got an ending I didn't think was great, and that was Mario 2. I think it was a really good movie, but the ending just was lacking something. Have you seen it yet?
No.
Assuming no, you have.
Yes.
What did you think of the ending without giving spoilers away? Because I know people will still be wanting to watch this.
I enjoyed it. The one thing, they lent more into the kiddiness in this movie, in my opinion, than the first movie. I don't think they should have jumped straight to Mario Galaxy. It should have been Super Mario's 2. But I enjoyed it. The ending was fine.
Yeah, there was just... I think something about the storyline just didn't hit like the first one. I think that's probably right. Like, it wasn't bad. Like, I can't point out and say this was not good, this was not good. Like, I'd probably still give it like 7 or 7.5 packs sort of thing. So I still enjoyed it. There were still plenty of nostalgic pops for the older generation. The newer kids were just enjoying it's Mario running on the screen doing what Mario does.
I just love the part they pull up at the pyramid from Mario Odyssey, and they go into the pyramid and you see this. But it's like a really slow version of and I went and Amy wasn't watching it. She was out in another room, and I hear her go no.
Well, that's it. Like, I watched the first one before I went and watched this, and I was like, oh my god, I missed so many like these little sound Easter eggs, and listening to it more intently in number 2, I was like, oh yeah, I know it's coming out.
The gun that turns them into the baby is the Nintendo gun. And
like there were so many cool nostalgic pops, but it just felt, I don't know, the storyline just didn't seem to have that nice flow like the first one did. The first one went, all right, yep, there's a problem, Bowser's coming, we need to go to the Kongs and all this sort of stuff, and it just flowed. This one sort of was a bit more jumpy with story sort of
they instead of having an A and a B story like the first one, you had the A story, which is the main story of Mario, and then the B story, Luigi at the mansion. They kind of had two A stories, which kind of merged into each other at the end, and it just took too much attention away from each other.
And Bowser didn't need a good guy arc.
Oh no, yeah, that was my main gripe with it.
He's a bad guy. For the love of God, movie, TV show, bad guys can just be bad guys. It's Hollywood. It's fake. It's okay. They're allowed to be bad. Let them be bad, please. I don't need every.
And even his flip when he goes back to being a bad guy is like, I'm a good guy. No, I'm a good guy. Oh, okay, I'm a bad guy.
Yeah,
again.
it just there was
That's
no
literally how quick it happened.
There was no like. Baby Bowser Jr. didn't get hurt or something, like Mario didn't like fuck him over and was like, oh, kid over friend, like family over friends. That's a legitimate reason.
He literally stands in front of the Koopas and they're all cheering him, going, "Oh, you're our hero!" And he goes, "Oh yeah, cool. I'm a bad guy then." And that's it. You're like, okay, yep, cool.
But even like the ending, it just nothing really happened in the ending. It was just everyone's okay. So, but yeah, go watch it. It's enjoyed. It's good.
Yeah.
But bad guys don't. I'm different. Red. Bad guys don't need to have a restorative arc where we get all the lovey-doveys for the bad guy about this or that. Let them just be fucking bad. Like, I don't need anime. This is an anime trope they're starting to do more and more. I don't need 1 to 2 episodes of the bad guy's backstory so I can sort of feel sorry for him now that they're dead. No. You've wanted me to hate them this whole series. Let me continue to hate them.
See,
the good guy has beat them.
See, I enjoy those backstories as to what builds them to the character that they are today. It's like, you know what? Why are they what they are today? But keep them bad.
No. That's when it's done well, it's good. But sometimes they go too far on the they've just been downtrodden and no one looked out for them, and it was shit luck after shit luck after shit luck, and it's just they were bad, but it's okay. They went bad. No, they're fucking bad. That's it. I've started watching Smallville.
Hey! You're going to get a lot of that.
Yeah, apparently all of the scenes I remembered of it was all in the first episode. I was like, I know these I have like these 3 scenes stuck in my head. He gets hit by a car. He then tries to prove that he's somehow superhuman by putting his arm in like a wood chipper.
Yep.
And he walks towards Lana and falls over. Lisa's like, yep, that's all going to happen in about 5 seconds. I was like, I did. That's also got the best part about the episodes watched so far is the soundtrack is fantastic.
Oh, it's sensational. Somebody save me.
But from that to the background tracks, like Papa Roach's Last Resort was in one episode. I'm like, yeah, I can get behind this show. Some of the CGI and acting, it was a rough start for the show.
Those soundtracks are also the reason a lot of shows aren't on streaming now, because the contracts when they're signed, obviously because streaming wasn't a thing, don't have streaming in the contract. So therefore, those streamers aren't allowed to show them with the soundtracks.
Well, Smallville's on Netflix, so Netflix found a way.
Yeah, well, they would have bought the rights to it in some way. But that's why a lot of shows from like when we were teenagers and stuff aren't on streaming, because they just simply can't afford the it's not worth buying the rights to all the songs in the soundtracks.
Do it.
And
I'm hoping it improves.
It's a fantastic
but I
show.
believe
It's corny as fuck.
Yeah, I believe you said season 1 was a bit slow, so I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to watch the seasons because Lisa's she watched SG1, I'll watch Smallville. So
I mean, it's one thing, like, you're going to just, Lana, she's just, wow.
I went down...
God, I fell in love with that woman.
I explained the reporter's, like, real life backstory to Lisa, and she's like, I can't look at this character the same way.
It's kind of hard to watch it back with Chloe knowing what happened in real life.
Okay.
But yeah, it's fantastic, and then seeing like their version of the Justice Society when it comes in and all that kind of stuff, and every now and then you hear, I think there's like 2 or 3 little hints at Gotham in it, like they mention a city somewhere. I don't think they're allowed to say the word Gotham, so they mention like another city that's like blah blah blah.
I was falling
asleep
asleep during episode, and I was like, oh my god, Batman's coming, because I said Metropolis, and I was like, it just kicked me in. I was like, Oh, no, that's Superman City. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's allowed to be spoken.
So they're never allowed to say that. Never allowed to actually say the word Superman.
No, well, which I get at the moment is not an issue because he's still Clark Kent.
Yep. Because the same as the show Gotham, he wasn't allowed to be called Batman.
No, well, he didn't really become Batman until the end where you just see him at the end. So
I'd hate to tell you, you've got 10 seasons of him not becoming Superman.
That's fine. That's fine. I know we see some of the other characters and stuff, so like...
You see the S. That's it.
That's fine.
But you also get like OG characters, like both the original Lois, the original Superman are both in it. Unfortunately, he didn't get to finish because he finished his role because he died, unfortunately. But yeah, he plays a pretty major role in like season 5 or something like that, I think. But it's awesome. You get like, they go into all of the things like the Bizarros and all that kind of shit. You also get Dean Kane's in it as well.
Yeah, well, it's like literally we've watched like 5 episodes and it's just been...
Wonder Woman's in it.
It's just been...
Not the character Wonder Woman, the actor that played Linda Hamilton, whatever her name was.
It's just been, the kryptonite has affected these bugs. It's turned him into Bugman and stuff like that.
Yeah, we don't delve deep into Superman lore until like season 3-ish.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll just get past Monster of the Week for the moment and then we'll be good.
The weird one is the twins, the actors that played the guy that played Iceman in the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
Both of them are in the show. One of them plays a baddie in the first season. He gets like electric powers or something like that.
Oh, literally the first episode, there's old mate that was on the Scarecrow.
No. So it's like episode 4 or 5. He attaches himself to like power things and gets electric powers. Right. But then his brother actually plays a major role in it later on, but they're identical twins, so it's really weird. He plays Jimmy Olsen later on in the show. Superman's best friend who's a photographer for the Daily Planet.
I don't know Superman.
You got
planning to learn.
On the quick note of TV, Daredevil Born Again season 2 is out. I think it's got about 4 episodes out. We'll come back to that later.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
season 21 of Taskmaster is out.
The first episode's so good.
I'm not watching it till more of them are out.
Maul, Shadow Lord, do yourself a favor, watch that show.
What?
Maul,
the Star Wars,
Shadow Lord, Star Wars. Watch it. Every time he is on screen, he just fucking...
Guardians of the Galaxy in my head then.
Every time he's on screen, oozes just aura, and it's just like chills every time. And I think there's 3, maybe 4 episodes out. And yeah, it's great. Go watch the shit out of it.
Just had a show idea. You should totally become the Taskmaster and like film us doing some task thing.
Nah.
That'd be interesting. Like
Would that just be Taskmaster?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Frantic
I think it's copyrighted.
So we started to catch up on season 20 and we just watched a task where it was a team one. They had to figure out this person's name. Couldn't go in there, and the person in the room was actually twins. So every time they'd come in, the twins would swap. Oh, I was like that. I'm just in tears watching that.
We actually watched the season 4 or 5 of the New Zealand one, and it was quite funny.
They're good. The New Zealand one's really good.
I think it's probably the second best of the
lot. First season of that is really funny.
Yeah,
the first season is sensational. Speaking of sensational things, we've got a game, Monsters at War. It is sensational, and you should buy yourself a copy. $25 Australian. Hit us up on our socials or email franticnerdcast@gmail.com, and you'll be able to get yourself a copy of our awesome game and help the show out in the process.
Head over to Poker Grindzone, who's still got his giveaway going for Perfect Order to win the Gengar SIR from Ascended Heroes.
Website right there.
He's also got a storefront, so we might be attending a grand opening sometime soon.
Woo!
He was telling me he's doing outfits, setting up and like shop outfitting. So
beautiful.
Marvelous.
Except for that, anything else that we want to talk about?
Our Pokemon pack battle giveaway is wrapping up at the end of this month, so the giveaway will be going live in May. It's gone all right. I think there's a few teething issues I think we need to sort if we do it again, something like this again next time. But yeah, it's gone well. I've got Collecticon coming up this week, so I'll be trying to finish Surging Sparks minus 1 to 2 cards because I can't afford the Pikachu. But yeah, I'll be looking forward to hopefully filming some content and getting some Newcastle card show content out to the world.
And lastly, PAX Australia. We are going. We've mentioned this before. Everything is officially booked for us to go, pending Australia cancelling flights, because apparently they're starting to cancel flights.
Yeah.
So it could be a long drive/walk. But we are going
walking.
3-day passes have officially sold out as well. So if you're hoping to go and on the fence, you can't get 3-day passes anymore, but you can still get individual day passes for all 3 days. So it's just going to be a little bit more expensive.
I would definitely recommend at least getting a 2-day pass if you can for 2 days. Doesn't matter what days, but because 1 day is just not enough.
It is a fantastic event, and we highly, highly recommend that you go. We will be there. We'll be doing interviews with game devs and all that kind of stuff, filming ourselves playing games, all those fun things. We may even have some copies of Monsters at War with us if you see us.
Fingers crossed we get content creator passes again, which would be fantastic.
But yeah, so we will be there. It's in October. So get yourself some passes before even the single day passes sell out. So they sold out in about, I think it was 2 weeks, the 3-day passes sold out in.
Thereabouts.
Something like that.
That's pretty quick.
Get over there and get yourself some passes and go to the best event in Australia for gaming.
Last year, 2-day passes ended up selling out as well. So you were stuck with 1 days pretty quickly. So definitely get in. If you're interested, get in now before you miss out.
Other than that, make sure you head to the Facebooks and socials and all that kind of fun stuff like blah, 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 Discord, get on there and chat with us and give us some content ideas of what you want us to talk about. Other than that, I think we'll see you next week, guys.
Stay frantic.
Stay frantic.
Hey, guys, thanks for listening to Frantic Nerd Cast.
You can find all our latest news and information on Facebook or at franticnerdcast.com.
You can find us on Instagram at Frantic Nerdcast. Find AJ at Weird Art by AJ. Find Zach at Frantic Kaz and myself at Frantic Brock.
Please make sure to head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe for more YouTube-only content like Sequelize It and Plays Games.